This has been home since then.
The
so
official home of Jobbertears podcast.
So,
No, I'm like, sorry.
Jobbertears
the
Network.
official home of the Jobbertears. Yo, we just started with the three of us. Now we got a network.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all niggas can suck my dick.
Wow. And on that note, I'm Janelle from HR here with her.
These massive rants.
What's
he puts a
name?
thesis. I forgot his name. It starts with a J.
Yeah.
It's JJ. I'll call him JJ the Complainer. I actually like him on the page because he like spices things up.
I mean, those that are like controversial, the ones that you really kind of do.
But he really goes in.
There's this one guy. I guess someone had like flagged him, and
it's James.
No, it was another guy, and he just like popped up on the group today and was on some like. I see how it is. I give my opinion and people report me and spam me and blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, but bro, you do the most. So
I'm telling you,
that
it has
was
to
on
be
you.
James.
It's not.
I'm
it's
telling
not
you
that
it's
name.
James.
It's not that name.
James complains all the time on the group chat, in the group page.
I mean, to be fair, as wrestling fans, everyone complains. Everyone has.
No, there's a way of complaining. Like, yo, I don't
there's
like
levels.
this.
Okay, so what's the bottom tier level of complaining? Like, is it just basic complaining? Like, I'm just gonna nitpick, and then the next level is gonna be like, I'm just gonna nitpick but then start trolling, and then the next level is like complete trolling, like I actually like it but I'm gonna say I don't like it just to get a reaction. Like
I think that's like I kind of like your ranking system.
Like I just feel like we're in this industry, like we're in this realm that you damn if you do, damn if you don't. So it's just like
you can't like nothing.
Yeah, right. Like there's certain things that of course you're gonna like, and there's certain things that you're not gonna like. And that's just the way of life. Like that's
it
just
is,
not,
but like
you know,
there's like some point where you looking like, yo, you do this to yourself, and I don't feel bad. And a lot of people do this just for the attention. Like they really do stuff for attention because clout is one hell of a drug. For real.
Cocaine is hell of one hell of
No. The new cocaine is clout. Trust me. Trust me.
Said the new cocaine is
you do all this clout. You have 1 million followers, but yeah, what does it equal? Nothing. Nothing. You're just a clown.
Clown ass niggas. Anyway, before we get started, we have some church house announcements. As everyone knows, we are 8 long, interesting days away from Jobberslam Above the Ring here in Brooklyn, New York. Once again, want to thank every single person that has put their love and support into the show. It's something we're really excited about for next Saturday. So if you have not already gotten a seat, please make sure to message any one of us personally. You can also reach out to Joaquin Morales, owner of Battle Club Pro. You can also message Dre from your sports show. Any one of us will be able to give you guys any information, details, and all that jazz. But next weekend, it's going to be a movie. Like and I don't say it because it's our shit, but it's just like it's one of those things you gotta be there to experience it and to understand what's going on. Like you're gonna miss out if you're not there, and that's not a soundbite. That's not like that's a spoiler alert on so many levels.
Oh, I could have came. Listen, hit us up. If you
serious, and even in all honesty, even if you can't come and you still want to support and you still want to, sponsor, you want to put, buy a ticket just because you can do that as well. I've had quite a few people that have, supported, and they just because they live on the other side of the country cannot come. So it is just super important that, once again, to thank every single person that has either sponsored, bought a ticket, it just has hands-on to what's been going on. So we thank you guys so much. We're going to get into, after Jobberslam, we're going to go full-fledged into SummerSlam weekend, where they just announced this past week on NXT. The NXT TakeOver will actually be the Sunday. It'll be the night after SummerSlam, which I think is very interesting, that was the route that they decided to go on. But once again, SummerSlam would be Saturday night. If you're not in Vegas, you're going to be at Legends. We do have a very special host that we will announce once Jobberslam is over.
I don't know about this host.
It's going to be a surprise for everybody.
Obviously, not y'all two.
Well, no. Duh. But we'll make those announcements once again after SummerSlam. But once again, SummerSlam weekend, it'll be SummerSlam Saturday night and then NXT TakeOver the night after, which is that Sunday night. Anything else that I'm forgetting before we jump into? I want to talk about Money in the Bank first. before we get into some topics and then this week in wrestling. So just a review of Money in the Bank, where I think going into it, everybody was shaky. Everybody wasn't sure how this was gonna go. But once again, thanks to everyone that came out. I actually was surprised at the amount of people that came out to Legends because we didn't really push anything on that level. So I thank you to every single person that came out this past weekend. It was some people's first time back at Legends too. It was some definitely familiar faces that came out for the first time. It's really since the pandemic, so it was really good to see.
Some people I haven't seen in years.
Yeah, so it was
I seen them on the internet.
Really good. It was really good.
Shout out to Definitely Amazing.
Yes, that we all been on his show. So
We really have.
Definitely.
Very few people could say that.
you.
Shout out to Dwayne of Show Off Season.
Yes, one of our sponsors for Jobbertears. I just recently did it. I was the third and last entry into.
Not
doing
everyone
that
could say that.
episode.
Very few people could say they had all three of us, and that's like a elite class. Shout out to Drew versus the World. Shout out to Stephanie Hardy.
Yeah.
Stephanie
it's-
Hardy.
it's-
Stephanie Hardy actually did it like twice because she
Stephanie
had us
Hardy.
individually and
And
us
us
as collective.
together.
That's rare.
And once again, shout out to Stephanie
Oh,
Hardy.
shout out to Raw Zone.
The Hardy Wrestling Podcast is also one of the sponsors of Jobber
Yes.
Slam. So, yes, Raw Zone.
Shout out to the big Go Belt. They had all of us.
So if anybody listening and that does have, one sub content, and you guys always can just message us and let us know. We have no issue or problem figuring that out. But yeah, let's talk about Money in the Bank. We have. It was shaky going into it. Everybody wasn't convinced. Everybody was like, this ain't gonna be it. But what were your thoughts before we talk about the Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank? Overall, I thought the pay-per-view was pretty good. Like, I mean, of course, the return of Jonathan Cena just, whew, that shit. And it's just so funny because a lot of people were just like around the wrestling world that, clearly did. Like, he was confused. He was like, yo, I'm used to people saying Cena sucks and like didn't get that type of reaction. He got the more like, oh, we miss you. Like, he got the same, if not a bigger pop than when he came back at the Rumble at the Garden. And I was just like, whoa.
Because Cena, you have to understand, it wasn't Cena's fault. Cena just did his job. Like, nobody told Cena, okay, it wasn't his fault that WWE booked Nexus bad after. Because they could easily book the Nexus better. And people always say someone you got buried. Okay, you lose one match. And this is how I know people don't watch real sports. Because sometimes the Bucks got spanked by the Knicks, but now the Bucks are champions. Nobody remembered that game. So it's all about what you do right after. And in wrestling, it's you going to do your part. So if the Nexus got booked better, then we won't be talking about how that John Cena buried him at SummerSlam.
I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Because no, I had to think about it. He was just doing his job. But it was WWE's fault to build new stars, and they didn't. And they had many opportunities to build up on Wade Barrett and other guys, but they didn't. So it was WWE's fault that the Nexus never recover from that. Oh, John Cena got beat up by the Nexus and supposed to be banned for WWE. The next week, they brought him back. WWE's fault. So everybody want to get on Cena for just doing his job. Half of y'all, how many times have half of y'all snitch on another employee because the boss told you to do it? I'm just doing my job, right? Oh, you quiet about that, right? But in wrestling, you've got morals and principles and all that because wrestling lives in a totally different world in niggas' heads.
I mean, for the most part, wrestling does live in a different realm.
but it still follows the basic rules of life, regardless.
Okay.
Good morning.
All right. So I'll let you speak. I love how you capping for John Cena right now.
So
hold up.
What are you gonna say?
Hold up. You out here capping.
No. You be having your coffee talk. This is a weed talk. Dang. I hope all is well.
He definitely does that every episode of that thing.
I lived with him. I know his mannerisms. I don't need to practice. I see it one time. Got it.
But listen. So just to talk about it. John Cena was Mr. Politics. Let's keep it a buck. We had Shad on here. What did Shad say?
Yeah.
Listen. And the thing about it, he was doing his job. We can't deny that. But also, he was making sure he kept his job by making sure he kept some people down. He was doing what he needed to do. He got to the top because remember in wrestling, it's always the next man up. So he wanted to solidify his spot. He was the one who called for Nexus to lose.
But WWE should have booked them better after.
Well, hold on. WWE shouldn't have agreed with him, which is WWE's fault. But when you're the top guy and you're literally feeding the company, you can do what you want to do.
Let me tell you that when he came out Sunday and I saw that green shirt, I was like, damn, maybe I should go get a John Cena
But the
shirt.
thing about it
I ain't gonna hold
is-
you. I was like, oh.
But the thing about it is,
might be
why
purchase.
we put so much blame on the performer, and he's just an employee.
I think it's hard because the whole pointing of the fingers, really, it's a 50-50 split.
Of
If
course
he
it's a
would have
50-50
never,
split.
and it's just like when you go to creative and you have an idea
Okay.
and you want this type of gimmick or character and you present this, like, it's a 50-50 split.
Nah,
because the
nah.
company you presenting, John Cena going to them and be like, yo, Nexus got to lose. That was the seed that was planted.
No.
And then WWE
Listen.
poured water on it and grew that bitch.
The shit was already pre-planted. It was a baby bush. And then they poured the water on it because like, all right, cool.
But
you
it was
think that's the best?
Baby
But
bush.
But the thing about it, you had two other stars. You had, wasn't it Edge and Jericho in that match?
Yeah.
And they both were like, nah, we shouldn't do it. And Johnson was like, nah, this is the way we're going to go. Dun, 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 dun.
You know, I'm sorry, just I can't. Fuck
So,
with that.
but at some point, I definitely understand that. But at some point, why didn't WWE book the Nexus better? And even
they probably
after,
didn't believe in them.
then who fault is that?
If
Who
you
fault is that? That's the company's fault. Because Wade Barrett, fire sauce.
But the thing about it, he still stayed around.
But that's what
So-
I'm
so-
saying. You
so-
can't- it's
so-
a 50-50
No,
split.
I'm telling you, for John Cena, it's 70-30. John Cena
Okay,
got,
wait.
John Cena got
60-40.
mad sauce, bro.
60-40.
Nah, I'm not going lower than
60-40.
70.
I go
Because
60-40.
John got mad
He
sauce.
held mad weight at the time.
No, he got good sauce too. You know that thick barbecue sauce.
and he
that's extra
wasn't
sweet.
even. And he wasn't even like
You
getting.
with bread after?
He wasn't even getting
When everything
additional
is done?
money on the side yet. Like he was just straight company.
He
man.
was.
Like,
Well,
so
listen.
for them to be because I mean for them to do what
hold
they
on.
did to Nexus, it was just like
Shout out
yeah.
to Matt Smith. Matt Smith said Wilkins is 100% right on this one. He personally made sure Nexus got buried, and that's the only reason why people hated on Cena. He was booked. This is your way. He was booked as Super Cena. It's not just him. It's a booing the establishment, and he had the power to build other guys. So I think it's you are right. You guys are right. But it's 70-30 because I'm telling you.
Okay, that split make more sense.
Because the thing about it, it's because y'all don't understand the planet that John Cena was when he was at the peak of
He
WWE.
was Captain fucking Planet.
Yeah, like
what do you
like,
mean?
everything
Like, that's
rotated
what it
around
was.
him. I remember. Shout out to my boy Duke Loves Wrestling on Twitter.
Oh, shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
Great show.
Yeah. So he said something that it didn't even hit for me. He was just like, "Yo, when they put him on Total Bellas,
That was a different.
that shit went to another level. Now, you are put on Total Bellas, and the show goes to the moon. Now, WWE is doing work with China.
Yeah.
You learn Mandarin, bro. You got the sauce.
Nobody else
Not
was
even
doing
the
that.
juice.
But see,
because
but
the juice
also
don't
too-
last forever.
But the thing,
sauce
but
does.
the thing was it though, not no one else was willing to do what John Cena was willing to do.
The
Listen,
Miz.
No, the Miz, yes.
But they
But-
don't put on that pedestal.
But the thing about it, Cena, it's this weird. Cena has the bigger it factor than Miz.
I think the thing about it is John Cena got the rub.
John
He came at the right time. Think about it. He battled Eddie. He battled the original Brock Lesnar, not UFC Brock.
Not Fat Brock?
No,
Come on.
He
Not
had
chunky
he,
Brock.
Yo,
he
think
had
about
medium
it.
Brock.
Yo, he battled HBK. He battled all of our legends.
So okay, timing is a factor because he came in with Brock, like you
Come
said.
on.
He came in with
Randall.
with Randall.
RVD.
RVD was around,
Triple H.
but he came at a weird time. But at the same time, don't take away from what Johnny
Never,
did,
never.
because Johnny
Put in the
elevated
work in.
He stepped
above
the game
everybody
up.
else.
That work ethic is no joke.
But my brother's right, because think about it. When John Cena was accelerating to the top. Everybody was leaving. Brock left.
Correct.
Batista left. RVD got in trouble for the weed.
Yeah.
Who else? Randall was getting in trouble
He was
all
getting
the
in trouble
time.
all the time. It wasn't consistent.
Edge was coming was
Edge
injuries.
was like, yeah,
Exactly.
it was iffy.
So, but then the power. John Cena.
Is this nigga the original power of positivity?
No, John Cena, peak John Cena is Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
But the thing about it is, here's the thing. Reason why John Cena had the ultimate sauce, because he been on every level. Because he was the
He was US champ.
No.
that up.
No. I'm about to even break it down even further. He was a hot shot rookie. He was the rookie that, he don't got it. He's about to get fired. He's the rookie that had a comeback game, the comeback season, rapping John Cena. Then the comeback season, he became Giannis, championship at a young age, carrying the whole weight
even know
on
it's
his
really
back.
great.
Come on. He came back from life-threatening injuries. He came back.
Life-threatening injuries?
Come on.
He broke his leg. It wasn't life-threatening.
Like I said before.
You put
like
too much
I
salt
said.
on it right now.
Like I said before, he came back from life-threatening injuries. He came back. He came back. And on top of that, though, son, he put over our favorites. One Night Stand. Against RVD. He came out like this.
So,
did the job.
okay, I'll pull
CM Punk, Money in the Bank.
Okay, so I'll pull
Put
it
on
back.
the work in.
You know what? That's a good point. And this is something that Shad said. These guys work the system. I don't give a fuck what CM Punk says.
Work the system.
That motherfucker worked the system. You are the smallest guy in the locker room.
Yeah.
You do not look like a regular typical WWE guy. Low-key Heyman got you over.
Yeah.
Because
Not low-key hockey.
Because doing your tryout, you fucked up. But because you a Heyman guy,
Yeah.
they put you over.
Yeah.
So wait, I have a question.
Okay.
You mentioned John Cena, and it's funny you mentioned John Cena in his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Like you cannot deny nor take that first year of Cena's career away from him because he literally went up, like you said, went up against legends. Literally, even at win, lose, or draw.
Come on.
Took it with a grain of salt. Who do you think right now? And I think it's interesting because NXT is doing that breakout star tournament thing.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you now, whether it's NXT or whether it's like WWE, who do you think right now has the best rookie of the year?
It's kind of different now, dogs. It really is. Because it's, like I said in previous shows
But he had
before,
a bad rookie of the year. He had a bad rookie
He had a bad
year.
one.
He only got fired. That's why I said he had the rookie of the
He
year,
had
hot
a-
shot rookie.
I don't
And
think he had a
after
bad
that-
one.
No.
Rookie of the year, he was hot shot. Then after that, it was like he may get cut from the team. And after that, he had a comeback season.
He had a comeback season
Yeah.
because his first year was low-key trash.
Yeah.
He said it.
Yeah.
But
No.
I think it laid that foundation for him to have that comeback season.
Yeah, but the thing
Yeah, of
about it,
course.
he needed that. But the thing
Yeah.
about it is because it went bad.
So then question, who for right now do you who do you think has the rookie of the year? But then who also has the best comeback season?
Drew McIntyre, best comeback season ever.
Yeah.
Can't deny that.
Yeah.
Can't
He
deny
left
that.
home. He came back. The prodigal son. Yo, he was NXT. He was with Dolph Ziggles. Yo, he
Ziggy.
carried Dolph Ziggles. He literally carried Dolph Skittles. Literally. Yo, he was Shane McMahon lackey. Then all suddenly with the 1, 2, 3, boom. He
Still
he came, slay Brock in the Royal Rumble, then become a top of the game. He is the pandemic champion. When you think of pandemic and empty arenas, you think of Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre literally had one of the best 2 years
on,
of
B.
anybody's career
Come on,
to
B.
come back, but the best rookie,
Yeah.
in my opinion,
Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
Ooh.
Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens, you come to NXT. You come to NXT
He
with the
entered
belt.
Raw
Then
with-
you come to
with the
Raw
belt.
with the belt
Against John Cena.
against
came
John
out.
Cena
Came
and took
out
him
against
out
Cena.
and beat his ass.
In modern day era, yes. But Brock Lesnar had the best rookie season.
we talking about modern day era.
Oh,
We talking about modern day era. Because she said it. She did say it.
Yeah, I said.
Because Brock's rookie year.
Brocky was a
Ooh.
different level.
Ooh.
Because I think that was honestly the first, like one of the first, like niggas that wasn't even like homegrown, like wrestling, like family. none of that shit.
No. Kurt Angle. Oh,
Kurt.
Oh, no, Kurt. Nope. Kurt.
Wait, did Kurt win King of the Ring his first year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
did.
Hold on. Yeah, he did.
And he was
Look that up,
two-touch.
because if
I
he
think
if he
did.
won King of
Hold
the
on,
Ring
let me
that
see.
first year, then
Ooh.
I agree,
Oh,
100%.
gosh.
Because there's certain things. That's why I find it so funny that Xavier Woods literally in almost every promo would be like future King of the Ring. Because I think it's just like King of the Ring is one of those underrated things.
He did.
King of the Ring is one of those underrated things that back in the day really was the stepping stone of somebody coming up.
Someone said that Bianca Belair had a good rookie year.
It's not on a level. The only reason why she had no gold.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
She had no gold.
Yeah, you're right.
And Bianca Belair is good cooking.
Yeah, because
that was a song. That was like a stew.
Oh,
that was.
It's funny.
With
everyone's
that song.
quiet now because right here on the show we said she's on main event. It's okay. No, they're gonna bury her. Oh my God! But now she's champion on ESPN. Look at all y'all from wrestling fans.
First of all, go back to a few episodes.
We said that, all of us.
Because niggas don't know.
Yeah,
niggas don't be listening. It's fine.
They don't.
But episodes ago,
we said
when we mentioned her, remember I told you guys when I freaked out when she was in that fucking commercial, and literally ever since then, this bitch is on every fucking commercial outside of WWE.
Exactly.
When her husband and her husband's tag team partner is on the Snickers commercial, I was like, these niggas, you can't do nothing.
So Kurt won King of the Ring, his Intercontinental Championship, and the Euro and tag team all in 1 year.
Yeah, Kurt.
Kurt's a legend.
Kurt right there.
But and you also got to understand, the thing about it, he wasn't a wrestler
at all.
He just
amateur.
It's different, boy.
It is different.
But he just.
But that's why him and Brock has always been like that in that conversation because both came from that amateur wrestling background to then really transitioning into professional wrestling and then really to be able to have the first year. Like, I'm like, damn. But nah, Kurt winning King of the Ring took the character. It, to me, elevated the character more than anything. I mean, I feel like you can have belts and stuff like that, and you know that you have storylines that. But when you win a tournament, and when you take that tournament, it's just like honestly what Corbin did. Corbin took the blueprint of what Kurt Angle did and took it into his own and ran with it for almost over 2 years.
Yeah.
Literally the same. Kurt laid the foundation and Baron Corbin took that shit and said, all right, I'm going to build on this and take it to another level.
Baron Corbin
and then was heel.
Come on,
at that.
And Baron, I don't care.
Baron Corbin's coming out with mustard on his shirt.
Come on.
Unshaved head.
This nigga is,
have a GoFundMe.
Because niggas is sleeping on Baron Corbin because
come on, he's nice.
Literally the year and a half ago when niggas was like, he's not the best. No. Baron Corbin is probably one of the best heels in the last 5 years of professional wrestling.
He also won WWF Championship his first year too.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Kurt become Grand Slam champion his first year?
Yes.
What the fuck? God
Kurt's
damn
the
it,
GOAT,
Kurtie.
son. Kurt's the GOAT. That's why he was perked up.
Then I was gonna say, damn. Then he picked up some drugs and threw it all away.
He had to stay on top.
Dang, and after that,
but he wasn't even. You know what's so funny though? Looking back now, he wasn't even in WWE for long.
No, TNA was his run.
Yeah, like 80% of his wrestling career was in.
But the thing about it goes back to what my brother said. It was a good timing because that's what good time with John because Kurt left.
Well, yeah.
John was bubbling.
So do you think it's the opposite now, where you have like the Romans and you have everyone else that because in their beginning of their career they didn't go through legends, but now it's the reverse. And where they're now going through legends to kind of get that accolade that people had got before in their rookie year that now they're not getting in their rookie year.
The thing about it is WWE during that time was they didn't put the respect on the current people on the roster. Because technically, The Miz is a legend. Technically, like, Kofi Kingston's a legend. They kept using the old timers. That's the problem. And with Roman, reason why people hated him because it's the tried-true formula they keep on doing over and over and over again. We got old with the product. The majority of people complaining, I've been saying this forever, it's us because we grew up with it. So people who coming in, like the younger kids, they come in with a different fresh of eyes. This is why they have more appreciation. This is why WWE market towards them because we're still friends of Stone Cold Steve Austin, just like they still friends of Cena. So
I definitely saw videos on Bleacher Report. So funny when Cena came up, the kid fucking
exactly.
Lost
That's what I'm trying to.
But I mean, so did we as grown ass adults.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I mean, as much as people say WWE
Rousey and Goldberg,
targets
both great rookie seasons.
Huh?
Matt Smith said Ronda Rousey and Goldberg.
Goldberg never won tag team
Goldberg don't
gold,
count.
so he doesn't count.
I don't count.
Goldberg had a great rookie season. Stop hating on Goldberg.
No,
son.
William
He won
did
tag team
not.
gold.
William got a
But he
whole.
had a great goal. That's an honorable mention.
William had a whole bunch of W's that didn't mean shit.
Exactly.
Nigga, it's still a build-up.
No.
Making up
No.
W. Boy, y'all didn't have 5 houses on the weekend.
And then what always
fooled
kill
me.
fooled the fuck out of you because
fooled
you
all of
don't.
us.
No, it did not because
fooled me
I
too.
knew it was
fooled
one
me.
week I watched Nitro and he was at like 86, and then the next week on Nitro he was at like 156, and I said,
You
"How?
believed it? You
How?
believed it? He fought that night.
I didn't believe it.
He fought that
I
night.
didn't believe it.
He fought after he
I
fought
didn't
2
believe
house
that
shows.
shit.
He fought 2 house shows
I
after
like
Nitro.
that, I like that Eric Bischoff. Like, really, nigga?
Yo,
Did you really
listen,
just try me?
It fooled all of us.
It did not.
It fooled us.
Yo,
all right?
y'all just
Shoot.
niggas wasn't good at math because niggas. I heard that one week and the next week I was like, what?
Because Janelle, it's
That's
talking about
trash.
stop breaking the fourth wall.
Nah, that's trash.
Just like
y'all
Sami
niggas
Zayn,
knew.
I heard that El Generica and him look alike, but I never seen the same pictures.
They're the fucking same.
Yeah, you know who
That's just
AWC
like saying
signed?
Hogan and the what was that American shit that he did, and he was like it was Vince, and he
Because that was him.
and he did the lie detector. The lie detector
Because-
he kept asking, he was like, "Is this Hulk Hogan?"
No,
and
it
the lie
wasn't.
detector kept saying,
No.
"No," and I was just like,
It was Macho Man. That's why. It's Macho
it was
Man
not-
underneath it.
It fucking was not.
That's why.
Don't do that
It was
at
someone
all.
else.
But Goldberg, if you want to give honorable mention, that's on you. That's not my cup
You
of
about to
tea.
get dragged for that because everybody loves Goldberg. Y'all some haters.
Nah.
Oh, I can't stand y'all.
It's
Y'all do
not-
stuff for clout.
Listen, I
They be
can't-
so
I
funny.
can't
They be
fuck
so
with William.
upset. Yo,
I
freak,
can't
like,
do
look.
it.
Oh, I hate Jeff
That
Hardy.
nigga
Oh my
William.
God. Why you hating on Jeff? He's a legend.
He's not. Give me a fucking break. And then
Some real shit. I don't like Jeff, but the nigga was trending for no reason the other day.
because he brought back his old theme song, that's it. It
No,
had nothing
was
to do with nothing.
No, it was strictly Black Twitter.
But it was because the theme
But-
song came back.
Yeah, but the
It
thing
had
about you have to
nothing-
understand.
It had nothing to do with what
Listen.
Jeff did in the ring.
No, but you have
At
to
all.
understand. This happens a lot. Besides yesterday, he randomly just starts popping up, starts trending. I don't know why.
Because
the
niggas
nigga got
is
the
still,
sauce.
Because niggas
Jeff
is
got
still,
the sauce.
Niggas is still living in the 2000s, the 99 and the 2000s.
And that's the point I
That's
be
it.
trying to make.
That's
This
it.
is why niggas
And
can't
that's
get
okay.
over.
But the thing is that people have to, as an adult, you have to be able to venture out and see different products and understand different
But
things.
how can when somebody gets over, not the whole traditional way, people get upset. It's proven fact. People get upset.
Well, that's because people don't low-key like success. People don't like seeing
Haters.
Other people don't like seeing other people succeed. That's
Like,
really what that is.
Prime
Has
example.
nothing to do with
Everybody's
anything.
complaining about how Hangman getting the title now. I'm looking like, but it's a long-term story. He should have been got it. Okay, he got it a long time ago. What are they achieved? But his slow build is excellent because if you've been paying attention, you knows he knows the elite was going
The
here
slow
on
build I can appreciate, but what I will not appreciate is if he doesn't win after this.
Yes.
That and I
yes.
feel like that is what's going
I
to
have a-
happen.
But then again, if he don't win, come on, B. Prodigal son come back.
Like
and
I
get
don't know,
better.
my gut is like, yo, these niggas out here is gonna hype it out, and then once All Out happens, and then niggas is gonna be like, what the fuck? And it's not gonna be good.
But All Out is
I mean,
there.
it is what
All
it is.
Out is their WrestleMania though.
Yeah.
So let's see. But all I'm saying is this way.
I mean, or Tony, if you're listening, if you want to just push it to Full Gear, because that's where I'm gonna be at, then I'm cool with that too.
But Full Gear is like their backlash.
No, Full Gear is like their Survivor Series, because
It's in November.
it's in November. Yeah, it's
Gotcha,
their latter of the two. But what else about Money in the Bank? Oh, Big E,
Winning.
First black money in the
first
bank.
black
Yes.
man
Black.
to win
Jamaican.
Money
That claims that he's
in
black, too.
the bank. First of all, super side note, John Cena had there was a post I posted in the group chat. It was John Cena and the colors were green and yellow, and then Mikey goes, "Yo, for a second I thought they put him on the Jamaican flag," and I was like,
What?
"Nigga, no." But
Imagine.
but it was so funny because then I put it in the group chat and then somebody else said it too. I was just like, "Are y'all really for real now?"
You wear Jamaican flags? Imagine if he does that.
Imagine if John Cena ever spoke like patois or like anything like
No,
a
no.
Jamaican
He sounds
accent.
so white
Oh my God.
And proper.
It'd be like the
Wagwan.
You would learn it though.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah.
It'd be like the white dude in Shatas.
Oh yeah. Wagwan.
But that shit
Yo.
is hilarious.
Random. But quick shout out to Faye Jackson.
Yes,
Yeah, we just
sister
talking
in
about
wrestling.
So she
Sis posted. She tweeted that she said Biggie's not gonna win, but if he does, I'll post the news on Twitter. So it went around Twitter feed on Sunday during Money in the Bank, and then it bit Sis in the ass, and then Biggie won. Which I just low key think in my mind she knew he was gonna win anyway, but whatever. That's neither here nor there.
But the thing is, what made it huge was that, and I think people don't really understand like how big independent wrestling is, especially how big black independent wrestling is.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows who's on Twitter, Twitter has spaces.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Clubhouse, whatever.
Yeah.
You can talk, you can chat. So they did a trial because she didn't put the nude up.
Mm-hmm.
So they did like a fake trial. Swole was in the trial, was a defender,
And
whatever.
PB Smooth.
Yeah,
PB
it was
Smooth.
PB
It
Smooth.
was a lot of people. But what made it
Tasha.
huge was it was the number 1 trending hashtag in America. It was crazy because they're not on TV, but it was trending. It was they literally broke the website.
Yeah.
It was over 1,000 people. Like Xavier Woods was in there. Like so many blue checks were in there just to hear this trial, to have fun. Obviously, it's a fun thing. But what I'm trying to get at is how powerful the black wrestling community is.
Yeah, we run the cool.
And then also how over Faye is.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I don't think she's really appreciated by the mainstream wrestling community.
No.
But Shorty got...
Because you don't, when you don't understand the brand, you don't understand not even just the brand, you don't understand the person and what they're trying to do. Once again, it doesn't fit for everyone. But
Everybody
the industry, I definitely think the indie side of it appreciates and loves Faye. And I just think at times she doesn't really realize the impact and what she's done for the business itself.
But it goes back to this thing. It's like it's you have this influence, and you never
appreciate it.
Not even because people appreciate her.
Don't get the platform to really take it to another level.
You don't get the platform. It's like
because we know.
Because it's like you're a struggling rapper. I'm not saying she's struggling, but you're like a rapper, and Drake is hitting you up. Everybody's giving you prop, but you can't get signed to a big label. And then the independent politics doesn't put you over. Mm-hmm. Like you're respected by your peers, but you're not compensated by the industry.
Yeah, it's the worst tug of war because you have that one side that, all right, I have all these opportunities, I've been able to do all these things, and then yet I can't get through that door, and then the door that I came out of doesn't know how to bring me back or to do things. It's weird.
It's politics.
Yeah.
Politics, and she's just sad to say
she's
this.
a black woman that speaks her mind.
Yeah, but
and is unapologetic about it.
She's gonna get her flowers later on. She's just a Couchy award.
Bigger picture. What she's getting now, she's getting them now as because she has retired. Yeah. And it's that funny thing that when they only miss you when you're gone.
Yeah, and like I said before, is when we reach a place in wrestling when we dominate everything, when AEW mentions us, we get free tickets. That's when like we're gonna come back and says, "Yo, you did this, and I carry this on. There's a seat right here. I got you on the board."
But it's you have to understand the people who are in charge,
and this is why slowly and truly, people like us, we're gonna get there.
But it's that type of thing. But anyways,
Big E winning Money in the Bank. When do you think he'll cash in?
I mean, I don't want to think about it because Biggie's like the ultimate. Like Biggie achieved everything, like almost achieved everything. Like Biggie's the ultimate come up story because think about it. He almost lost his job. Dusty came through. Was like, "Yo, I bless you with this gimmick." He got that over. Then on main roster, he was the protector of the Money in the Bank. Shout out to Stephanie Hardy, the protector of the Money in the Bank. Then he went through what he went through, and then he went through trials of basically finding himself. Like, it's a typical what a lot of people around his age go through in real life. He found himself, he found his tribe, and then because he found his tribe, he has to be comfortable and stop surviving that company and start actually living and enjoying it.
It was #fake trial. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he go through all of this though. I don't want to think about when he cash it because it ruined the mystique. Like, oh, let me 50 book it. Oh, he should do this. Da, da, da. No, I want to enjoy the ride because I'm sick and tired of just putting this shackles on shackles on these people, and when it don't happen, I don't appreciate it because it didn't happen what's supposed to happen in my mind. So I don't care what happened. I just want to enjoy the ride, dogs. Like he could cash it in. Like he could cash it in on Berg. Fine, you understand? I'm fine with that.
How much of a pop that would be?
It would.
And you know what? I would give William some points for putting him over that way.
We're not gonna put him over.
No, he's not because he's black.
No,
because he's
selfish.
not. Yeah, because he's not Goldberg. That's why.
I can say he's black.
No, it has nothing to do with black and white. It's
No.
because a nigga is not Goldberg.
Listen,
Like,
I'm trying to go viral, all right?
oh my nigga, that ain't it.
No,
That's not the
he's not
direction.
racist.
Right? I was like, I can't listen.
Mr. Black on Jobbertears says Goldberg is racist. Is he racist? Then next thing you know, I get a whole think piece about it.
This nigga with the hot takes.
He's far from
Jesus
racist.
Christ.
I know.
But yes, Biggie winning Money in the Bank was definitely, it was historic in its own way, and it is appreciated. So it's, as you said, I think it's exciting to enjoy,
Just enjoy
the ride.
Yeah.
Even though
But he needs to cash it on Bobby
yeah,
at SummerSlam.
yep.
I mean, if
Yep,
he does
yep,
catch
yep.
it on Bobby, that would be a good storyline.
It's a phenomenal story.
Yeah.
It's built in.
It's there. It's
Yeah.
there.
It's there.
Because his other two niggas couldn't do it, and he's a nigga that did it.
Because this is the issue, and this is why people don't understand.
What?
You need Goldberg,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you why you need Goldberg.
Because he's a scapegoat.
Two things. You got close. Goldberg can win, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's mad. Blah blah blah. Blah. Imagine this scenario: Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay.
The slots,
Cool.
the slots are going.
Cool Las Vegas night. Crisped air. It's dry. It's dry air.
Well,
there.
yeah.
Tonight's crispy.
Crispy. So,
A little mist in there.
3 minutes pass. Jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. Goldberg wins. Fans go, oh my God. Big E's music hits.
Yeah.
Biggie runs down.
Pulls a Seki.
He looks around, cashes it in. Boom, boom, boom. 1,
Big
2, 3.
ending.
Pop.
But the thing about it
Pop,
is
pop, pop,
this.
pop, pop, pop.
The thing about it is better with Bobby Lashley.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Because
Hold that.
it doesn't discredit Bobby. It doesn't discredit Bobby.
Wait. Goldberg takes the pin.
Yeah.
Not Bobby.
Not Bobby. It doesn't discredit Bobby because then on Raw, them niggas, because Bobby could literally go on Raw and be like, well, you never pinned me, so what's up?
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
now you set
That's
up
it.
Bobby versus
That's it.
Big E. And then Goldberg goes into the sunset. He has another title under his belt. We forget about Goldberg. But
Goldberg.
now we have a 1 month to 3 month program, which could lead
It could actually
to
go-
Survivor Series.
Actually, it could go even past Survivor Series because if you remember, Survivor Series is brand versus brand. So they wouldn't even go. It would go past
it could
Survivor-
go to
They
Rumble.
go to Rumble.
Or it could go
even
to Mania next year.
Can
Imagine.
go to Mania.
2 black brothers.
Main eventing.
Main eventing
WrestleMania.
night 2. Hopefully they do 2 nights.
They
Yeah.
have to, yeah.
No, they got to do one.
I go as
They gotta
far.
do one.
Big beefy black man on this.
Pause.
Big, beefy, black
Pause.
men.
Continue to
And
be
knowing
paused.
them, they'll go all out.
Yes.
They'll put each other over.
Bobby versus Big E.
And the
And then the
promos?
promos.
B to B,
And then, hold on for a second.
B to B.
Bobby Lashley has gotten so much better on the mic.
Yes, I will give Robert Lashley.
First
I
was-
give him credit.
First was Bobby Lashley.
I'll give
Say his name
Robert
right.
Lashley
Bobby
credit.
The Almighty.
But in all honesty, and once again, this fantasy picking, this is what we do, is what people live for as fans. But in actuality, with Biggie winning and Lashley and him building, it gives, whoever listens to this on the WWE side, it gives
They listen.
them the opportunity to bring back the Hurt Business in a way where then you have the Hurt Business versus New Day. You wrap it all around. You wrap it around.
Ooh, and hold up, and you have that Survivor Series.
Yeah.
What?
Oh shit.
What?
Oh shit.
What?
Oh shit.
What?
I can't believe we just did that. I'm just
Because
saying.
now you bring them back, and then they feud for the tag titles.
Because niggas is still sick about the hurt business. Niggas is still sick about the hurt business. And it's, you know what's so funny? And I feel like, I forgot who said, I don't know if it was Mikey or somebody that mentioned it to me. I think it was Mikey that said it the other night, that Bobby still wears the hurt business trunks. His gear.
Because he's cheap.
Still says hurt business.
'Cause he's
and then
cheap.
niggas call him cheap. No.
Bobby ain't cheap, my nigga. Do you see them suits?
See them suits?
Do you see them suits? my nigga?
Three-piece suits.
And technically, he is the hurt business. Remember?
But yeah, so that's why I said to him, I said,
Yeah.
oh,
And
it's because
every
he's technically the hurt business.
Every piece still with the hurt business chain.
But to be honest, it gives them a way to bring back the hurt business, which everyone low-key really wants.
I mean, the hurt business versus the New Day.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, those niggas will go crazy in the
That's
show.
what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
overall,
Oh, and Matt Smith mentioned something. Plus, Biggie gets his dream match against Goldberg,
exactly.
even if it's 2.5 seconds.
oh,
Remember, he
shit,
loved
did say
Goldberg.
that.
He loved
said it
Goldberg.
on their podcast.
You listen to their podcast?
No, I saw that clip. I don't. I saw that clip a while ago.
Some biggies.
Because it I don't want to say it went viral, but it was because he said, that was when he said the big beefy thing.
Yeah,
it was
of
because it was
course.
Goldberg.
Of
Yes, big beefy men.
Pause.
Like, yo,
Sells.
fucking, yes,
It
it,
sure
sells.
does, yeah.
Big beefy Biggie,
Thickums
big beefy
sells.
Bobby, slapping meat.
Dark meat versus white meat? Oh, man.
Delicious.
There you go, front.
Nigga, that's money, B.
Nigga said Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg is dark meat versus
Exactly.
white
Listen,
meat.
and then you got my man Jinder and McIntyre.
Listen,
I need that.
listen. Shout outs to Jinder.
Yo, that storyline is whack,
Mahal.
B.
It's not whack.
It's trash.
It is not.
Boy,
Leave
boy,
Jinder alone.
Boy,
Are
first
you
of all,
kidding me?
Jinder should not have cut his hair, B. Because
Yes, he shoulda.
he looks like a guy from Best Buy, dogs. Like, it doesn't hit me, dogs. Like, no, son. Son. With his hair, he look mad unique, B. Like, come on,
No,
man.
with the short hair, he
looks whack.
He shaved off
I'm
5
not
years.
picking him in the video games no more, B.
Yes, you are, because
No, I'm not.
his power skills are still up
No,
there.
it's not. His hair, son. It can't hit the same. When I'm big booting people, beating up people, yo, no, man. No, son.
But shout outs to Jinder for saving the day. Jinder Mahal is the reason why Drew didn't happen as Money in the Bank. I really want niggas to put.
Drew.
I want niggas to really, because niggas went into
Okay.
Money in the Bank really
I thank
like.
him for that.
No, niggas went into Money in the Bank on something like, yo, Drew McIntyre's gonna win.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna be upset.
Okay,
and
fine.
then Jinder, the Maharaja, saved the fucking day.
Look.
And then they low key undertake ministry him. They dragged him out. I said, oh shit.
Do those guys know how to speak English?
You said what?
No, they don't.
No,
Nah,
rarely.
Yeah.
The tall one don't. I don't think so. The other one may.
Listen, I like Jinder, a fellow Cancer, but no, he needs his hair
Happy
back,
belated
B.
birthday,
doesn't need his
Jinder.
hair-
He
Yo,
doesn't need his
boy,
hair back.
he was powerful with his hair,
He
B.
was not.
So when you come with the mask like this, with the eyes, so ooh,
So he
was
could look
powerful,
like. So he could
B.
look like
So-
Ali.
So you're saying he's no?
No.
It's okay to him have short hair.
No, he does. He doesn't look right, B.
You don't think he looks right? Jinder looks amazing.
I mean, you know what? To be fair, that's how I feel about AJ Styles.
Nah.
I like short hair AJ.
No. I don't know about that, B. I don't know about
nah,
that.
That was Ultimate X AJ
Come on, B.
Styles.
When he was running,
Sorry.
with his hair out like this in the video
Beautiful.
game.
Now I will
B.
he
say.
needs to do a shampoo commercial.
Now I will say
Ooh,
conditioner shampoo is probably elite, but like I said, the AJ that I fell in love with in the beginning was Impact short hair AJ Styles.
So speaking of Impact,
Oh yeah, okay,
Speaking of Impact,
okay.
oh Chris Bay,
the
First ever
new
black member of the Bullet Club.
black member of Bullet,
first.
Bullet Club.
I'm really for this.
No,
So
I'm not.
this is my issue.
What?
This is,
not.
this is my issue. This is my issue.
That's why you want to talk about it.
This is my issue with it. First things first, I'm happy that they're actually using an Impact wrestler involved in all this. That's one.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah, and he's a very talented one.
Yes.
Yeah, I will
So,
never take away
I am
Chris
good
Bay's
with
talent.
that. I think it is because they are trying to repair their relationship with New Japan.
Right.
Because years ago,
They fucked up with Okada.
yeah. So I think they're trying to repair that
But
relationship.
Okada wasn't Okada.
Yeah, but they were supposed to
You
teach
know who
him.
the fuck I meant.
Yeah.
But they were supposed to teach him. and
No,
they-
I knew what you knew.
Yeah, I
what the
know,
fuck
I know.
Yeah,
meant.
but I think they're trying to repair that. I just don't like the fact that, like, y'all really forgot about Impact
legit.
locker room.
Legit.
And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, who cares? We don't care about Impact. I never really cared about Impact in the first place. Why are you making a big deal about it?" Listen, at the end of the day, you want to care. Everybody should be involved in the storyline.
Yeah, I agree.
And it shouldn't be one-sided where it's just men being involved. And that was been
my Lord,
that's
son.
Been,
my Lord, Father God up in heaven.
That's been
son,
my.
I don't understand.
That's been my grip, low key, with this whole partnership.
They greedy with the money.
It's not
share it,
and it's not even just
everybody
being
eats
greedy,
out here in wrestling.
but it's just not even being greedy. It's just about
they trying.
You being able to present talent across the board.
But they trying because on Saturday, Thunder Rosa came over.
But Thunder, to be fair, Thunder Rosa is an anomaly because you're talking about the same person that owns her own wrestling company. You're talking to own same person.
Is she signed to AEW?
I don't even know, and that's the thing. You got the same. It's like John Cena free agent style. So to me, that doesn't necessarily count, and it doesn't count on the Impact side of things.
But
because my thing is you have a phenomenal Impact Knockouts Women's Champion that has never shown face on AEW.
Listen, personally,
like Brick versus Diana
Purrazzo would be fucking phenomenal.
That would be a hitter.
You had the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions that were never able to go to AEW.
I agree with you.
That's really my thing. It's not so much about.
And then Ethan Page goes over there.
Yo,
this nigga,
backwards.
I can't with you.
Yeah.
But my thing has always been like, listen, if it's gonna be a partnership, when you guys said it from the beginning, when Tony and all them and Don Callis and all these niggas was sitting here talking about we're partnering, we're doing this, we're doing that, and literally, to me, it hasn't been 50-50. Granted, I get the whole Chris Bay Bullet Club New Japan.
I didn't think she was signed, but she does work behind the scenes with AEW. Thunder Rosa.
But the thing is, a lot of people outside of WWE, depending on what their contract is, are able to do
different
other shows and able still to do indies and still able. So there's different levels to contracts and things like that, which is fine. But my thing is that you literally, with this partnership, has been almost 8 months in. You literally have a phenomenal Impact Women's Champion and has not been utilized. You have, once again, Impact has one of the top 3 women's divisions in professional wrestling and has not been utilized. And it's just like, it gets to a point where it's just like, we've come so far, but then yet it's so hard to still break into the boys club.
Listen. Hold on. I have said this before, and I'll say this again. This is not about Impact and AEW.
It's about Kenny.
This is about Kenny
and his boys.
Yeah, that's what this is about. And when you take the emotion out of the situation and the common sense, you understand this is Kenny trying to build a legacy on American soil.
Yeah, this
is Kenny putting his homies on in positions to get more TV time, because the Good Brothers would not be getting this much TV time across the board like this if they were just in Impact.
Yeah.
Switchblade coming over is to improve the relationship between New Japan and Impact, because Juice Baby's over there.
Yeah.
Juice popped up. There's other New Japan people popping up left and right on Impact. And the thing is, it's all about Kenny. It's all about Kenny's brand. It's all about the love that he has with New Japan. It's all about this relationship he's trying to rebuild, and that's the business side of things. But on the morale,
but then I need fans to keep it at a buck and keep that same energy, because if niggas at WWE did the same thing and niggas was putting their niggas on, niggas would be at them like, oh, fuck them, they shouldn't be doing that. Keep that same energy.
Exactly.
All I'm
that's
saying.
Wrestling in general.
It is wrestling in general.
And that's fine. But you have the people that are literally standing with an AEW flag, which is not a shade, which is not a problem, but you won't call out your top guy for doing the same shit that somebody else at a different company that you always shit on has done for years and years and years. You can't do that.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
That's where I get lost.
But the thing about it's we're doing a joint show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we've had to
say on a lot of stuff.
Be like, yo, all right, you want to do this? Okay. Because at the same time, it's 50-50.
It's all about compromising.
And then we've compromised on different things that we wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah,
what I'm seeing now is not a compromise.
It's I'm gonna do what I want to do,
And I want to do what I want to do because Impact
It
is the
benefits
smallest show. But at the end of the day, you talk about everybody eating. Imagine if you get some of the knockouts to come on AEW's show.
That's what I'm
Because you know
saying.
what that does? It elevates women's wrestling in general.
Period. It elevates the bigger picture, and that's always just been my thing. Is like, listen, you watch what you watch, you like what you like, and that's fine. But don't sit here and not call a spade.
Let me ask you a question. Honestly, it's not gonna be different because they keep doing it anyway. Like, I don't think it's the fans' fault. I just think that it's the company's fault. Because think about it. If you are running Impact, you're not saying nothing because Kenny, that's on you. Because if the head is not saying something, everyone underneath it, they'll have no say after
correct.
that.
The soldiers gotta fall in place. I get it.
So at the end of the day,
But if you have a company, if you have a guy that owns a company that says, "Oh, we care about our fans, we listen to our fans," and it's going deaf ears, then what?
Listen, I'm not talking about AEW. I'm talking about Impact because we gotta say this. At the end of the day, if you someone of the company and Anthem, I think they own don't they own Ring Honor? They don't.
No, that's Sinclair.
It's Sinclair, yeah. You're the guy Anthem. You're not saying nothing because you just think there's good rating because you see a couple of bump in rating just a little bit.
But it hasn't been a bump in ratings.
At all.
I said a little bit.
No,
It hasn't at all.
even a little bit because
And anytime they have like a big pop up, guess when it is for a pay per view? It's never been
Right.
It's never been a conditional, consistent thing
Right.
on Impact.
And that's what they're seeing. They're seeing that people, they're making more money on pay-per-views, whatever. Cool. On paper, it probably looks great. But on a standpoint of morals and principles, it doesn't.
this is the invasion angle all over again, and nobody wants to admit it.
Yeah. And the thing about it is your
Just
head,
a little bit more sloppy.
like the head, and this is where, go back to 48 laws of power. Know who you are as a person. Because if the company knows what they have, they'll understand that Impact is always the one that who always, with the little engine that could. Someone at Impact is not putting a dick down on the table like, yo, we're going to do this way, this, that, third. Somebody negotiated a bad deal for Impact. And that's the one thing that's the one thing that no one's talking about.
'Cause you know what
yes,
kills me?
Kenny's only doing what he wanted to do because they allow him to do this. At the end of the
I
day,
agree.
though, son, if Impact was really about it, and half even the damn company was like, yo, nah, B, we're not going to do this. I'm not going to feed you no one and no one else until you do this and do that. You don't know if that relationship kind of sour when Sammy refused to go over there. You don't know that. But that's one person. There's other apples in the bunch.
But it's at the end of the day, you're letting, like you said, the prisoners run the asylum.
And it's always
And
been that way.
we understand that how Kenny is and how powerful he is
Right.
outside of the mainstream wrestling. I'll
Right.
give it to him. Independent wrestling, things that are not mainstream, he is on that mega
Yeah.
tier.
Yeah.
But it comes down to Tony listening to Kenny. And it comes down to Tony not respecting Impact.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they don't respect them. And you know,
nobody's putting their foot down.
yeah, nobody's putting their foot down because they're scared they're gonna lose something, but they're not losing anything. They're not really gaining
it's
anything.
not a gain or a loss, and that's low key been my grip with this whole partnership is that it has not really truly benefited Impact side.
No,
of things.
but and the thing about people's like, well, the ratings went up a little bit, but they really didn't.
They don't.
They really didn't because at the end of the day, it's not taken seriously.
People watching Slammiversary, great. They know that that's their annual,
So
that's their WrestleMania
it
show.
all
Cool.
falls down, not even about wrestling. It's all about people not standing their ground. And it seems like, as of lately,
And that's just
people get
politics and
intimidated.
wrestling.
No, I'm going to say this. As recent history, people get intimidated by the elite. For some odd reason why. They get intimidated by it and let them do whatever they freaking want. They did it in Japan, they did it in Ring of Honor, and now they're doing it over the Impact.
Well,
No, it's true
No, no,
though.
no.
I want to say this. All these niggas in charge are these nerds that never have motherfucking backbone. Because if niggas was like Vince, son, nah, you're not doing this. What's even exchange? Niggas may hate on Vince though, son, but this man could write a book, How to Be a Man. And a lot of people don't give him credit.
he's a little wild though.
Hashtag
No. He is. But at the end of the day, you can
Hashtag
pick and
Virgo
choose,
season.
though. Because at the end of the day, though, son, you're not going to come. Do whatever you want, though, son. I'll let you rock. But yet, nobody on my side's going there and eating, B.
So let's rewind then. because you mentioned something, and it's kind of a huge point. You mentioned that people are scared of the elite. Do you believe that, Janelle?
Do I believe the people out there are scared of the elite? I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say that they hold on the indie side. They hold a lot more weight than I think the average person sees. And I think it showed when they left Ring of Honor. Because that was, when they took when they did their curtain call and we was there for that, I was like, okay. But then to see that basically Ring of Honor had to rebuild literally their entire roster because the main weight, the meat and potatoes that people were going to go see had left.
So
I do think they hold a little bit more weight than I think the average person
I don't think that's what it is.
Has seen.
I don't think that's what it is. They're not scared of the elite. They're scared of the elite's fans.
That's true.
So when you look at what the Bucks, Kenny Omega have done over the years,
Okay.
it's strictly because of their fans.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's their fans who ride or die for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're where they're at. They've built up a fan base to literally do what the fuck they want. And they can get over. But they never had the money. Tony gave them the backing to become this next level. And they're always assuming that because they're on this next level, their fans are always going to follow. And their fans do always follow.
Okay.
But they're not as big as they think they are. But their fans give them all this power.
But I think that's just not only them. I just think that's in general, wrestling in general. Actually, I think that's like business in general because think of it like so I work in sales, tourism, all that stuff. Basically, when you work for a company, you come to the company already with, let's say, a number of contacts. Mm-hmm. Like they hire you based on what your value is and what you bring to the company. Mm-hmm. So if you have all these contacts, you have all these people under you, that's what you're going to go for. That's what you're going to want. Okay. So I think when it came to the Bucks and leaving ROH and Tony seeing like they have all these contacts, they have all this value. Let me grab all this value and bring this to what I'm doing. And then now it's a kind of a cycle because on Impact side, they see, oh, these are the contacts. This is the value that they have. Let me come and use them.
DDP said this, right? He learned this. He talked to Vince, whatever, and then they was running the whole stalker angle. DDP came counter and said, no, we should have this. Great. Like the people champion is the people champion over there, right? Instead of DDP saying no and leaving, he stayed there and the rest is history. You have to learn how to leave money on the table, understand that, this is not for me, doesn't fit nobody. So it goes back to what I'm saying. Niggas are scared of the elite. Because you may think it's the fan, though, but at the end of the day, though, son, Vince, if he doesn't bang with you, I don't care how many fans you bring. Like, you know what, though, son? You trying to game on me? Ha! I'm going to embarrass you now. So, but that's the thing. But it goes back to this. Listen, I've done parties with other promoters, right? Right.
And you go, we're going to partner. You're going to bring all your people here.
Right.
Because I'm trying to make money off of you.
Right. Yeah.
And you're trying to make money off of me.
Right.
Because you're seeing how they parties go with their fans.
Right.
That's what it was. Because the fandom for the elite, like, bro, the Bullet Club shirt.
Everybody has a Bullet Club shirt.
It was a Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt.
It was.
Everybody has a Bullet Club shirt.
There was a time where people just wanted to see Kenny come over here because he was considered the best in the world.
Right.
And it was because the fan boosted them up to another level. Like, wrestling fans have a different type of power.
I understand that, but Impact, Kenny, having all the titles will not work without Impact saying yes. Yeah, so understanding that if they had said no, this whole Buck Collector would have meant nothing. End of story.
Correct. So,
but that's also Tony being scared of Kenny.
So at the end of the day, niggas are scared of the elite. At the end of the day.
And we'll move on. But what I will say is that Vince always knows how to move in a business way, and that's why like I respect him on a different level. And then also too, the pettiness is just it's on a different level, because my nigga said, oh, these niggas is gonna come to New York for the first time. Oh, bet. They had no dates past September for live events. They were doing a 40 city tour, and that was it. They were doing like 8 weeks. They were doing July to like the beginning of like that end of August, and that was it. This nigga purposely goes, oh, y'all gonna be in New York? Okay, cool. I'ma run SmackDown. It's gonna be a super show with both brands, and I'm gonna do it 2 weeks before y'all niggas come.
He had to do it,
which is fair, but it's also and I'm gonna do it at Madison Square Garden.
But the thing about it, MSG, you need fully vaccinated. So this is why they was not selling tickets by itself.
Oh no, yeah. That ended up being like once tickets went on sale, and that ended up being the thing. Then like that was it.
So the bigger move would have been checked and went to the Barclays. That would have been a smarter move.
Well, no, but I think Barclays was doing the same thing.
But at
New York is just different.
Which
is why most of the cities that they've been hitting, both with AEW on the road and WWE on the road now, has been on the South and on the Southwest and in the Midwest, because
but
all those states aren't Zaddy Cuomo ain't with the shit.
Low-key AEW is a Southern territory.
Yeah.
So you coming up to New York.
Yeah.
Because WWE is considered New York.
Yeah. Up north.
You can't come to my home and then just start putting on a show.
Of course.
And then right. So we'll move on and talk about some rumors that's been circling the last really 24 hours. Well, in real time, is that rumor has it that once again CM Punk's Phil Brooks' name has been thrown into the pot of working with AEW at some capacity. And of course, Daniel Bryanson's name has been thrown in there, where they have not fully confirmed, but there are reportings of Daniel Bryan signing with AEW. What are your thoughts on these two? For some people, they see it as a major signing move. For some people, it's just like, all right, this is what it is. What are your thoughts on these two potential signings to AEW? And what does it, and does it, on what positive sides does it impact it on, and then what negative sides does it impact? Because there's always plus and minuses to everything.
The positive is just like, you do what's best for you. Like, that's in any company, any business. You get the best of the best. You're available, let's talk. You understand? But the negative is like, how you get all these people on television? And on top of that, unless you change your formats to like AEW Dark and AEW Elevate, and I know Rampage.
And then Rampage is
Rampage not powerful. Rampage, like, they're going to be hard hitting.
I just want to know, is that going to be like their Thunder?
Yeah, I think so. It's SmackDown, but I don't know. I'm not too sure.
But they're getting paid for it, unlike Thunder didn't get paid.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand. So I don't know. I see it this way. I hope everybody could eat, man. Because honestly, all I care about at this point is niggas having jobs.
So do you think those two signings overshadow mid-card and low-card superstars there?
No.
Or talent there?
No, it doesn't, because...
Or does it block future opportunities for those that have been in the company since the beginning?
Everyone says this. Yo, listen. Tom Brady coming to the Buccaneers. Because of that, niggas got paid. You understand? Tom Brady never come to the Buccaneers. Niggas when I got the Super Bowl, extra Super Bowl check. The Buccaneers was not going to the Super Bowl without Tom Brady.
Oh, that's a fact. But I say that's a little different just because niggas could be on the injury reserve list and still be on the team, and they win and they still get a Super Bowl ring.
No,
but he's saying that even Tom Brady coming over there just up the ante. There's got to be more money in your pocket.
Example.
But does it though?
Yeah. Yes. Example.
When you win playoff games, you get bonuses.
No. I'm not saying in football. I'm saying in terms of wrestling.
Yes, you bring more money to the table. Think about it this way. Think about this.
Is that a pay increase for everybody on the roster?
Yeah. Think about it. More opportunities. Everything. I don't even go for us. Once niggas show that Shane Taylor and his boys was
that
coming,
I'm perfectly wearing today on the Jobbertears podcast. Shout out to Shane Taylor Promotions.
Yeah. Shane Taylor versus our boys Prolific though, son. That's money. Oh, Shane Taylor's gonna be here? Come on, B. And on top of that, on the Prolific side, I talked to Marquis, talking to him a couple of nights because he said, yo, man, it's a great opportunity because I could show what I got. Because that's gonna be online. Niggas gonna see, okay, let me see how he gelled with the big boys. People don't understand though, son. When somebody who's been in the WWE level, when they come in the indies and stuff like that, they say, yo, thank you, because they teach a person how to wrestle a certain style, TV style, and get the most out of the crowd. This is great. Like I said before, great wrestling minds come into that company. You think Daniel Bryan's only going to wrestle? No. Daniel Bryan gives back. Now, Mr. CM Punk is going to expose, either going to show who he really is as a good person or as a bad person.
Coco Band should punch him in the face.
Absolutely.
Oh, clean.
Like, it's on site.
Clean.
Coco Band needs to punch him in
Clean.
the
It's on
face.
site.
Spit in his face.
It has to.
Like
on site.
we have to fight.
Yeah.
Like you come into that locker room.
Yeah.
I don't know if they spoke.
Yeah.
On site.
I don't know if they spoke before or they hashed things up. But if they haven't spoke,
Yeah.
as soon as CM Punk walks into that locker room,
Everybody better-
Coke got to punch him in the face.
Everybody got to clear out and let them fight.
on
They
site.
have to fight.
They have to
On site.
fight.
They have to fight.
No cameras, no nothing.
No nothing. This shit. Close the door. Scrap. So this is my thing with this whole CM Punk Daniel Bryan being
Okay.
signed.
Okay.
Let's look at both their careers. CM Punk is still talked about to this day. Post WWE, like
He's wrestling famous.
Yeah, they literally talk about the anniversary of the pipe bomb every year. Every year. I think it's the 10th anniversary was this year.
Every year. And him winning that Money in Bank, they talk about it every year.
Every year. Daniel Bryan is Daniel Bryan, fucking legend within the independent scene and the mainstream scene.
Mm-hmm.
So this is it. History repeats itself all the fucking time.
Yep.
The last time two marquee, these are marquee signings.
Yep.
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Yep.
I always talk about this. You were there when this happened. We're flipping the channels. We see Scott Hall and Kevin Nash on WCW TV, and we go, holy shit, that's Razor Ramon and Diesel. But their names are different at the time.
Yeah.
We stayed, for that point, we watched. Many people stopped watching wrestling when CM Punk left.
Exactly.
Many people stopped watching wrestling about halfway through Daniel's career. Well, maybe after he won the title, a little bit after.
Yeah.
A lot of people stopped watching wrestling.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be that time, and John Moxley mentioned this. You're flipping through the channels, and you stop and watch because you see them on the TV. Like, oh shit, CM Punk. Now, you get that initial attraction.
Yeah.
Your job is to keep them there.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about, hey, what happens to the mid card? What happens to the guys in the middle? That's what their job is gonna have to be. Because yeah, you got CM Punk, Daniel Bryan here, whatever up top doing what they have to do. But this middle card, and that is gonna be what AEW is gonna have to do, is grow that middle card and find a balance, because their roster is huge. And a lot of people don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Which is why this
They
second
top
show is
heavy.
important.
Yeah.
They top heavy.
So that's one. And the one thing I don't like is these are old guys, by the way.
Yeah.
These are guys that are past their prime.
These are old guys.
Okay.
Daniel can still go because we just saw that recently,
Yeah.
him versus Roman.
Yeah.
But CM Punk has been gone for a while.
Yeah.
So we're going off of his legacy.
Yeah.
WWE kind of does the same thing.
Yeah.
People complain.
Yeah.
Correct.
But at this point, we're at a place in wrestling where everybody's trying to outdo the other person.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for wrestling as a wrestling fan, because this is a lot of great content we're gonna get. But when I see this signing happen, AEW has to keep the eyes there, because as soon as you watch for the second for them, you're still gonna continue watching because it's gonna be match number 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you gotta bring all those ingredients together and make a quality soup. Because if that shit tastes bad one time, motherfuckers ain't coming back.
I ain't gonna front. Since the audience have been coming back, weeks leading into the audience coming back, weeks after, that man been fire sauce. My son Moxley versus Lance Archer in the Texas death match? No, Texas match? No. Like I said before, niggas, I can't wait to see someone catch a body in a death match.
I just wish that they would have.
Niggas said, you think the elite fans are hardcore, them CM Punks are Super Saiyan hardcore.
Oh, they Super Saiyan God level.
Niggas is out here waiting for Mr. Pepsi to come back. It's hilarious.
Yes, but listen.
I mean, listen. I still, and it's funny because we mentioned it in the group chat when the word went about CM Punk. It's at that point where it's just like, you guys have literally been talking and teasing about this nigga for the past 3 years. I'm low-key over it. Like, is that at this point, it's like, if he's here, cool. If not, cool. Like it because it's been so many times where it's been like almost and then not happen and then almost and then not happen and it's just like it's so hot cold with him that I'm like I'll see it. I believe it when I see it.
I hope CM Punk don't become a Goldberg where we see him, you go like, all right.
You know what's crazy? He represented all of the people who were not your stereotypical looking wrestler.
Yeah.
And he inspired a lot of people. He's still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Still a bitch to me. You know how I feel about him.
Right.
But he inspired a lot of people who were not your stereotypical wrestler.
He did.
And he was so much different from your stereotypical wrestling thing. So that's why he's he fits in AEW so well.
He does.
But my thing with on the Daniel Bryan side of things is that, I mean, as you mentioned, like, you got to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
And I think Daniel Bryan's at the time and point in his career where he wants to be part-time. He wants to be able to not have a busy schedule. He wants to be a dad. He wants to be a husband. Like, he wants all these different things. But then he also wants to be able to wrestle certain people that he wants to. And I just hope and feel that I think for Daniel, I think what he thinks is, I think him getting on the AEW side will help him in his mind, lead him to the New Japan side, which is really where he ultimately really wants to be at.
Yeah.
So
he'll make bank.
I just listen. When I saw the possibility, when I saw niggas was talking about what if it was Jonathan Gresham versus Daniel Bryan, I was just like, take all of my money, like here, just take it all. So I'm excited as a fan to see.
But you see, he didn't say Impact.
What? No.
Sad.
No.
First of all, don't crap on Impact.
I'm not crapping on Impact.
Slammiversary was fire sauce.
I'm not. If I sat
Ultimate
here,
X match?
if I sat here and think that niggas is not out here talking about Alexander match versus fucking Jay White just popping up and not saying anything, come on. Don't do that.
But you saw the Ultimate X match on Saturday, right?
Yes, I'm just saying.
You saw that submission? You saw P.D. Williams did a super,
I'm just
saying
Destroyer? That as the fan that I am and how we just saw Jonathan Gresham, I would prefer to see. I like technical wrestling, so don't do that. So that's why I said
it can
what
happen
I said.
though in indies.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the beauty about it not always having to be, one particular thing. Like I think the AEW pop, because they're saying, so rumor is that he's going to be signed and that his debut is going to be here at the Wednesday, September 22nd Dynamite here in Queens. So, which is fine because the pot will be crazy because we'll all be there and it'll be what it is. But I like you said, I want Daniel to do what's best for him, what's best for his family. On the CM Punk side, it's just like, listen, bro, if you're gonna do it, do it.
Yeah,
if
do
not,
it right.
then let's not keep talking about it because I'm tired.
Like my brother said, needs to song.
Oh no, they on site.
Yeah, like
Coco Band needs to really spit in his face.
Yeah,
spit and punch in his face.
On site.
Yeah. And like
drag him through that whole suit just to be like, nah, fuck you and everything.
The Dark
you
Order
got.
block the door.
The Dark Order needs to low-key jump him.
Yeah.
That actually is a great storyline.
They might have to stomp him out.
That's a good storyline though.
But don't be
like with Tim's.
Nigga said with Tim's. I'm over here.
And Black Air Forces.
No.
What is with that now? Yo, I keep seeing that on the internet. Niggas is going real hype about Black Air Forces. Like, we back in the 99 and the 2000s. The fuck?
That means you bought that life.
Yeah, and Black Air Force is perfect for work, though. Perfect for, like,
Niggas said, well, because they're black, though. Yeah. But, all right, let's talk about This Week in Wrestling. So, we got with Money in the Bank, where we have, which is sometimes good. Where we had once again Big E as Mr. Money in the Bank, but then we had Nikki, almost a superhero.
I guess.
Being
I respect it.
I just love how we were at the bar, and this one goes, yo, why isn't she throwing bitches off the ladder? Like just casually, just why? Like he was so frustrated, and I just looked at him like, yeah, like why isn't she throwing somebody off? But then literally 2 seconds later, she crawls over niggas to then catch the briefcase. It was as people think that it was a trash ending, that was probably the best ending that could have came out of that.
It was great, but the match wasn't good.
No.
The match
just seemed all over.
The match was not.
And Natty was trying her best to kind of keep everybody in a certain position. And it was just like
honestly,
I don't know.
It was missing.
It's too many bitches.
It was like
really
not even that. It's just like
it was rough. It was really rough. It didn't flow. It was a little messy.
The hard part, not the hard part, but then also too, it opened the show.
I'm sorry.
So that too.
But this may sound mean, but I don't care. females in independent wrestling wrestle better than girls on the main roster in WWE.
But it wasn't a wrestling match though.
It doesn't matter though.
Like I think
it's still a wrestling match. Yes,
too,
it is.
But I think you're thinking of it more on a technicality, like on the indies.
It doesn't matter. Hardcore matches require skills. Every match requires a certain kind of match. Really it doesn't matter though. It's it's still a wrestling match. Especially, it's still part of wrestling.
It you know what it was? The big spots weren't big. The big spots weren't big.
There was a meeting of like they played it safe.
And they played it too safe. They didn't want to get hurt.
Yeah, that's
fine. Also, it didn't flow.
Just the people in the match, I think,
the chemistry wasn't there.
It wasn't there, and it had nothing to do with how they are. I think as wrestlers, it's just at times certain chemistry, and that's fine. That's okay. Like, but I don't think it's an attest to their individual what they bring as character. Because to be honest, the MVP in the match for me was Liv fucking Morgan.
I think it was more Natty for me.
Listen,
Natty was the ring general in the match.
Listen,
so I think she was the captain of the match. But I think to me, the person that brought out a different side because she been hungry every week on SmackDown was Liv Morgan.
I just feel like women in the independent wrestling scene hit harder, and I feel like I get more of a match.
Well, that's because that's what you're looking for. So your outlook on that is gonna be different. When you don't see what you see on the indies, you're not gonna tune in.
And AEW Thunder Rosa, what's the name? Brent Breaker versus Nyla Rose. That was a good match. I liked it.
Well, was it because they have a certain chemistry together that hit for you?
Yes, but it doesn't matter. There's other matches I've seen an impact.
It's the same. Matches. It's the same with Britt and it's the same like when any one of them little Asian chicks is in the match and I'm just like it doesn't hit for me.
Listen,
it's not a test to like the individual wrestling skill. It's just
language on this episode is the worst, especially coming from you. This nigga said little Asian bitches.
Listen, all I'm saying
because I don't know their names.
Listen,
just like Cash,
she called them Asian. She called them Asian and not Chinese, so she was politically correct.
Thank you.
Watch someone cut that up and say that you said
they can
Chinese.
say what they want.
Say whatever. But look, all I'm saying is this way. Yo, listen. You know what? That's probably like a ball statement to said, but all I'm saying is this. That match didn't hit for me. It was boring. It was stale. Like, I expect them to turn all out because the first Money in Big match for the women match, it was great. I enjoyed it.
Who was in it?
The Four Horsemen. And let's go back to what I'm saying. Yeah. But then again, I'm going to come back to this a year because there's house shows. That's why. You know that people perfect their craft during house shows. So I'm going to give them a pass.
Technically, the pandemic has been house shows. Technically.
But you can't really experiment because you still got to file like a TV format.
I mean, I just think that...
How good can you get with 5, where house shows you get like 15, where it took you 3 days to get 15, where one day you get 115. The next day you get 30 in total.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about
about minutes in a match.
Yeah, okay. Think about it. You only get 5 minutes compared to 15 on a house show. This is why I'm glad a house shows is back.
But whether you got 5 or 15, you got to bring it regardless of the time. But if it didn't hit for you, I'm just saying.
The pay-per-view overall was good.
Oh yeah, overall. Oh.
Pay-per-view was good. The men's match was really good.
So you had Nikki win, which was fine.
I love the fact that Nikki won. She goes on Raw, takes the title off of Charlotte. It
shows you that hard work does pay off.
Yo, Shorty came up with her.
Yes,
she came up with the gimmick. She presented it. And they gave her the chance and the opportunity.
Yeah, and she went over and beyond. And this goes back to what we've been saying for weeks. Yo, evolve your gimmick.
Well, that was a change in gimmick. That wasn't even an evolve.
That
was a complete 180 from what she was doing.
She's still the essence of her.
It's still her.
It's pieces of her, but the actual itself.
But regardless, she grew something else.
Exactly, something different.
It's something different. I don't care if you think it's stupid. People may call it stupid because you're an adult. Yeah. You might think
it's not for you. It's not for you. And once again, shout outs to Heels for Life because James on there. I had hopped on their Money in the Bank review. And I like fucking with them so low key. And what he said on there was I was even shocked and I was just like, wow, I didn't even know. But he said he has 2 daughters. And he's like, yo, I want my daughters to, at least have a love for wrestling like I have a love for wrestling. Exactly. But he's just like, yeah, that hasn't hit. Like they tune out. But he said what he said was super powerful was he said he was watching Money in the Bank and his daughter came up and saw Nikki Ash and said, "Daddy, who's that superhero on TV?" And he said that was the first time she ever sat and watched a whole wrestling match. So you gotta think about, once again, the target audience. You gotta think about the demographic. Not everything is for everyone, but I do think that people always so quick to shit on Charlotte.
Like I said, Thunder Rosa is now officially signed to AEW.
Like as of today.
As of today.
Wow.
Did we speak that into existence?
Right, good for her. But look, this goes back to what I said many times. Keep preaching this. We're a bunch of old heads, and we like wrestling a certain type of way. We don't see the bigger picture. Like, for example,
Not everybody.
Hurricane?
I do.
Hurricane? Fire.
But how old were you?
Who, Hurricane?
How old were you?
You
when
were
it
in
went-
your teens.
You were in your teens.
No. But Hurricane was still nice in the ring, though, because...
No, yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
we're not saying that, but the thing about it, you were younger.
Yeah.
So it hit. People got to see, like, this certain shit is not going to hit for you. Like, wrestling is a buffet. I don't like, real talk, there's a couple of times I don't like funny shit in wrestling. I don't like comedy in wrestling. I'm not a comedic guy in wrestling. I don't like that. I like more serious stuff in wrestling. So, but the thing about it, I understand this is not for me.
Thank you. Like, example, I like when it has bloody matches. I look forward to when niggas do crazy stunts.
So I low key popped. I'm not gonna hold you. I popped when I saw Nikki.
Yo, I'm looking forward to. Look, listen.
Yo, Mikey looked at me like the
Yes.
fuck, and I was like,
Yes.
Yo, because when he said rob the bank, I said,
Yes,
no
Nick Gage.
fucking way, Nick Gage.
But listen, I like
I fucking
violent stuff in wrestling. I like when they are bloody. I like that. But
That's not my cup of tea.
I understand I cannot have that all the time. And I'm okay with this.
But that's the thing. I think certain things that you love, I think it shouldn't be always.
Oh,
I
of
think it
course,
should
of
be-
course. Like, I cannot watch, like, I can't go home and watch 50 death matches back to back.
See,
I
yeah.
can only watch one death match per month.
Right.
Trust me.
So I just feel like
It's not good for the mental.
It's not.
Like, you watching
not.
30. You got some issues if you watching mad death matches.
No. Listen.
Listen. Watching one death match is
it's a
okay.
bit much.
But
actually.
watching multiple death matches throughout the week, you got some trauma against
Yeah, I know. Shout out to Hazel. Shout out to Hazel of Rambo Mania, man. Special case, man. That's
yeah,
my
I
dude.
was like, that sounds
Yeah,
like Hazel.
he loves death
actually.
matches.
He loves death
but
matches.
his
I
love
can
for it is a
believe
little excessive, though. But great guy, though.
Phenomenal
guy.
guy. So then on Monday we had let's go back even a little further with SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Why go
First
back?
live show.
Why go back when Roman held it down? Cena comes out. That.
Cena opened Raw, and niggas was like, "Why is he opening Raw?"
So do you
Why
think
the fuck
Roman is
not?
really over? Really not that over? Cena, I want to talk about this.
That
Cena
nigga said he
that.
said overrated, overprotected. I was like, oh, bars.
But the thing about it is, he's a heel.
No. But but
Okay.
so the reason why I'm saying that, because I don't know, for some reason those two don't like each other. So they be saying like real shit in
personal.
in their stuff.
Like if you thought Monday he was getting that Roman, wait until fucking Friday.
right.
So you kind of want to be like, oh, is Roman really that over? And the thing is, you can argue yes, but you can also argue no, because we have to look at when Cena was on top of the world, and now Roman's on top of the world.
But you can't compare it.
You can't, because it's a different time.
And Roman bubbled up during the pandemic when people
He
stopped
just
watching.
now bubbled up, yeah.
Yeah, because people coming back. A lot of people say they stopped watching.
And then Cena was also a face, so you sell more merch as a face.
Exactly.
But it is a great conversation, because you got to be like, yo, Cena was the last mega superstar.
But he also came up at a time where they let people to be mega superstars.
And that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, you got to give it to him.
No, of course.
He's the last mega superstar ever in the business.
I won't say ever.
Who's after him?
I said as of right now.
Who? But there's
he's saying
nobody after him.
Nobody after, which is valid. Because no one
One
else I don't think has hit the same as John Cena has hit. I think Roman is going through that journey now.
But
which is
Roman-
why I say they keep bringing back the old timers, same old timers that fucking Cena went through.
Yeah.
It's the same old time
But
niggas that Roman's going
The
through.
thing, okay.
Because look at Edge. Edge and Cena was one-on-one and had the rivalry when he cashed in Money in the
Right.
Bank for the
But
first
that's
time
our
on
fault.
Cena.
That's
No,
our
it's not
fault.
about our fault. I'm just saying, like, to me, it's the reverse. They're doing what they did to Cena, but in the reverse.
But okay. If Roman had rised up during the same time as Cena, he would be as big. because think about it. When Cena was coming up, WWE superstars was really felt like sports athletes. They really had like they go anywhere.
But the thing
Roman has like a limitation.
But there's two things. They had Roman come in as a face. You have to remember Cena was a heel.
Okay, yeah.
So when you're a heel, like people don't. I think a heel is like a harder thing to do because your personality really has to come out and you're convincing people. So,
but it's funny because most people in the industry like being heels.
Yeah, because your personality really has to come out, and then when you get to that heel, because you have to do whatever you want, you have more control.
Yeah.
Nobody has to like you.
Yeah.
So him coming as a heel, people start like, yo, this dude is fun. Remember, Thugonomics.
Yeah.
People, his bars,
Jersey,
everything he's saying, everything he's sending, and then he turns face.
Yeah.
Then he goes on this straight up ride.
Yeah.
Now, Roman never got to implement his real character. And motherfucker had blue eyes at one time.
Yeah.
I will always mention this the day I die. Blue fucking contacts in his eyes.
And the fact that Roman came in with a group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cena came in by himself. He didn't have no support.
And then you have the fact that they leave the group. He never turns heel. But the interesting thing about it, he talked about it on a podcast. He's like, the numbers never matched up for him to turn heel.
Well, no, because the person they selected was Seth. And it brought it low key it catapulted Seth when you look at it because it gave Seth after he split his ways, he ended up winning that Money in the Bank and ended up cashing in.
Yeah,
so that was a different type of like
but then
thing.
but still,
someone said that the Shield were face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But in the beginning, I don't think so.
In the beginning, they wasn't. But then again,
in the beginning, I don't think so.
You literally is 3-man group. So you gotta and
you never saw Roman's personality. He was the quiet one in the group.
Yeah.
So there's this weird dichotomy where you kind of like hate to love somebody, and that's where Cena was. Then he becomes this mega superstar. But also WWE wasn't allowing people to get past a certain thing because, well, what we always talked about. How did Cena become popping? People left to do other things because they had the opportunity to do that because they were becoming superstars. Now we go back. Now, I think things are changing now, as you talked about earlier. The commercials. Now they're doing a program with C4 Fitness. Now you have different things. The Rolling Loud that's going to happen this Friday. So they're trying to break out the bubble and be as big as the WWE or bigger because they need that now because they have to tap into that mainstream. But we go back to what I said before. John Cena is the last mega superstar.
Yeah.
Roman could become it, but not right now.
Listen, like I've been saying for the past 2 years, to me, the only way I think for Roman to really get on that next level is rocking him. And like I've been saying in this episode, they're doing the reverse of what they did to Cena, where Cena went through all the legends in the beginning of his career. And Roman now is going through all the legends because, listen, you had Edge, he beat Edge. Now he's going to Cena. Cause then what if they okie doke and put the title on Cena?
Okay, fine.
What?
They do all of this. Hear me out. They do all of this. They have to build up stars along the way too.
Yeah.
Because after bring back these old timers. After you go through all our favorite old timers, what's gonna happen next?
Left? Right. And I think but that's honestly, and this is listen very carefully. Those that are listening. That is across the board in every promotion that is running right now. You have to think about that. You got all
not Impact.
You got
not Impact.
No,
there's no old heads in Impact.
Not really. And if they do, they kind of like
they kind of did with Ken.
Ken was never champion. Ken was tag team champion with Sammy. They
still did it with Ken,
but they barely do it. They barely do it.
Ken was there.
I'm telling you this. It's not a. Impact is not a legacy company.
No.
Well, that's because all they fucking legacy is somewhere else.
Yeah, but it's like I always say.
Legit.
If we're talking about if this was a record label, Impact is Koch. Impact is literally Koch Records.
Bendito. Yeah. But real quick, what else in wrestling this week that jumped at you guys?
Andrade.
That segment, I checked the fuck out.
So I need to say something. I need to say something.
Out.
So. Right now, Andrade has been given the opportunity to talk on the mic. Hear me out. This isn't about accent. This isn't a language barrier. You can speak English, dogs. Who gives a fuck about your accent? Because half the people on TV got accents nowadays.
Yeah.
But what kills me is that they'll use, and Jim Cornette mentioned it, at times where you can clearly hear what the fuck he's saying, they use subtitles. And it's just like, what?
So,
Yes.
Not everybody can understand people that
No.
accent.
No. He has a
Clear
he has
as
a
day.
point.
We're from
because
New York.
We're
That's
from New
what-
York, so we're used to
Yeah,
being
we're used
around
to
it.
it.
So I can
No.
I can understand it.
can't
But
do
Janelle,
that.
we from New York.
so
We have a very biased view of the world.
yeah, so
No,
but the thing is that
We do.
the thing. So
I don't agree with that.
when it comes to Andrade right now has to sink or swim.
Yeah.
You're giving the mic.
Yeah.
You're giving free range to
Yeah.
speak. That segment on everybody's part that
It's
came out
terrible. It's terrible.
was
So
terrible.
bad.
But
It lasted too long.
it lasted too
Yep.
long. But the one thing I'll give, Chavo
Chavo
Guerrero came in and cleaned
Chavo-
that fucking segment
Chavo
up.
said, hold on. He took the mic from him. He said, hold on. Let me speak to you in English since, you know, you the only one that don't speak Spanish. I said, oh, that's a bar. I said, oh, shit. Chavo out here talking
But
shit.
the thing about it, Chavo needed to do that because
Because he saw it was going down.
It was going down, and that's what the beauty about when AEW gets it right with their veterans and their regular talent.
Yeah.
Chavo saw what was going on.
Yeah.
Remember, it's not scripted.
Yeah.
I think I don't think they even have bullet points.
Mm-hmm.
Chavo's like, holy, because you saw it in his eyes. Because he grabbed the mic and he took care of everything. Because that segment was really bad,
So bad.
and it went too long, and it didn't have a direction.
At all.
But I'm going back to what I said. This is Andrade's chance to show the world that his charisma that he has in the ring can translate on the mic, and he's entertaining.
Yeah.
So having them with Chavo is a phenomenal move because Chavo is a veteran in the business and understands the entertainment side of the business.
Trust me.
Because remember, he was a white man at one time.
All right. I'm going to.
No, he was.
He was.
Yeah, I know. But I can't right now.
So,
real
what's
quick.
his original racial dozo?
Possibly.
He was. He was.
Possibly.
And besides, he knows because he helped with John Cena.
But real quick, because this was one of the things that really was everybody was talking about was Karrion Kross debut on Raw. That really wasn't a debut, but whatever. But then it was crazy because they Mrblacc us, and it was the funniest thing because everybody
Who's
was
gonna stop Karrion Kross?
everybody was hyped about Jeff Hardy winning, but Jeff Hardy cheated. I just want everybody to know that on the table and just understand that.
That was a really bad match.
But it didn't totally bury him because in that sense Jeff Hardy cheated. So it's just like I got it. But this is honestly that was that sink or swim kind of test I think they was trying to do with him. But then on NXT, this nigga blew it out the water.
But the thing
said,
about it is
God.
they set him up to fail. You dumbed down his entrance.
But sometimes
Mama, again, it's like
you gotta sometimes
No,
have you
son.
not ever failed and learned a lesson that was bigger than the fail? I'm just asking a question.
when someone sets
It's
you
a
up
yes.
to fail.
It's a yes or no. It's not even about setup. I'm asking you. Have you ever failed at something?
all the time.
Gained the lesson, and the lesson was bigger than the fail.
Yes.
And then the come up was bigger than the fail.
It doesn't matter.
I'm
though.
asking a question.
Yes, I said that.
Okay.
But the company
That's all I'm
set him
asking.
up to fail. The company did not give him everything. The company took away.
So what's funny is that's the reaction. But then if he would have won, then it's the same people that would have been like, oh, they buried him, and then the same people that would say on the flip side, if he would have won, oh, they're pushing him in our faces. It's the same thing.
Keyword: these are idiots.
No, it's not. I'm not saying idiots.
I'm telling these niggas idiots.
But I'm just saying it's gonna be it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
F the fans. I don't care about
But
these
the thing
niggas.
is, okay, so
But I'm glad that they've been able to still build him and Joe.
But the thing,
that's really what I'm
so,
invested
so
in.
this is the issue with it. We're at a point where NXT is being still treated as a developmental brand.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be treated that. They're a third show.
Exactly.
They're a third show, and they should be respected a lot more.
Exactly.
That's one. Number two, is Jeff Hardy a face or a heel?
Who the fuck knows?
So why because he's supposed to be a face. Why the fuck are you putting you cheating in the match? He did cheat.
Yeah.
But it looked like a squash match.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Now, if they went back and forth and then he got over on him on a cheat, fine.
Mm-hmm.
but it looked more like a squash match.
Okay.
NXT is not respected on the main roster.
They're not. No.
Let's just keep it a buck.
Yes.
I love Vince. My nigga don't give a fuck about NXT. He don't.
You don't. Yeah.
He don't watch it. He don't care. And you can say he didn't get buried. He didn't get buried. He didn't get buried. He got buried in the WWE universe, not in the NXT universe.
Right.
In the NXT universe, he's fine.
But
you go there into that universe because it's a multiverse with the NXT title. You representing your universe.
Right.
So the way that match went was trash.
I agree with you.
And that was my issue with it. And it's kind of like, yo, it's like, ew. So I did hear rumors. They were trying to see how his reaction was going to be with him losing to that.
Correct.
So, but the thing is,
because him losing, then do you now have an introduction, and now he has to prove himself to the WWE universe, and do now
Makes
you
sense.
build.
Makes
But
sense.
but that's why I asked the
Makes
question of when you fail, is the fail not to catapult the bigger lesson?
yeah. But then the
Makes
thing is, you need
do I think
NXT
Jeff Hardy should have been the scapegoat?
NXT starving
No.
of a mega superstar. So why do that to your superstar?
Because in all honesty, their true superstar is Adam Cole.
Yeah.
So it's not
Like,
even
for instance, because we saw Adam Cole in his match with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
But the reason why he won, Daniel Bryan let him win.
And then everybody see the bigger picture.
Yeah. But whoever's doing the final booking, which is probably Vince, they probably was like, nah, Jeff gonna win. Because I know who this Karrion Kross guy is. Let's see how he reacts.
Someone said this. If Jeff would have had lost, they would have said Jeff's getting buried.
No, but
That is true because if you notice
Correct.
that, Jeff had been losing. So, wow, breakthrough. Either way, you had to keep Jeff strong.
Damn if
because,
you do,
yeah,
damn if
but
you
then
don't.
again, though,
That's why I said that.
bigger picture is you can't have the man Jeff lose and he got his theme song back though.
I get that, but the match should have went a lot better.
The match itself was
Oh
trash.
yeah, it's too short.
The
It's too short.
I think the bigger picture and the lessons in the match is what people aren't looking at. Because for me, it was his introduction into the WWE Universal world, and I think him losing just was like him way of when he eventually gets the NXT title off of him and he actually is then on a actual brand.
Yeah.
He's not being shoved down your throat. You're actually seeing the journey. You're actually seeing the build up to then when he gets to that point. Then you're like, yo, that was the nigga that lost to Jeff Hardy, but now he's such a bigger and better superstar.
This goes back to what I said a couple of episodes ago. Back in the day, these call-ups get to be call-ups because we didn't see OVW unless you was in that area. We didn't see Florida Championship Wrestling unless you was in that area. So now we're seeing how the sauce is being made. We expect the sauce to be made on the main roster.
But then the thing is, if we're don't big it up, that brand as something big.
Exactly.
But that's why it was so funny because it was just like day and night when you watch Monday and then when you watch NXT.
But that's the problem.
Because then when he took out William Regal, I was just like, why'd you do? I said, you went too far. Why'd you do that? But then I got invested. And now I hope and pray that now we get Samoa Joe versus
But nobody, like, outside.
Karrion Kross
Listen, a lot of people
at
are weird.
TakeOver.
Like, people just don't watch NXT because
And that's a fact.
like,
and
it
that's
looks different.
that's a fact.
I say this. It's kind of dumb.
I know. I personally know someone that doesn't watch it.
Like, I think that because it looks too different for the main roster.
It's indie feeling.
Yeah, and a lot of people, for you to really enjoy it, you have to go outside and go to any events.
Yeah.
So, for us,
Well, you just have to have an open mind.
Raquel Gonzalez fell off.
I'm so mad you just said that because I don't know.
She kind of fell off, bro.
I don't know.
She wasn't
The
hitting.
match, the match. I thought, it's hard because I think they were telling old girl to probably dumb it down because when she kicked Mercedes Martinez, they probably was like, "Oh, bitch, you gotta chill the fuck out and you gotta bring it down a few notches." And I don't know. It just for me the chemistry in the match didn't.
It was
didn't
horrible.
fit.
It was horrible.
That was what it was.
Thank God
for
it
me.
didn't like end the show.
Who
Samoa
did
came
it?
out.
Oh, right. Oh,
Joe came
that's what threw me off.
Joe came
Because
out.
Joe came out, and I was like, it's 3 minutes left. Why is there 3 minutes left in the
Joe
match?
came out like right.
right.
The girls were
The girls were
walking
still
back
walking
in.
out, and Joe
Joe's
came out.
running down. It was like the weirdest thing in the world.
So it was so
Sometimes
funny.
they bump into each other. Like it
But it gave that, I don't know, it gave that feel like I was like, oh shit.
it was a good. It was
Joey is meaning business.
It was a good week in wrestling in general. Couple of things
Oh,
didn't
shout out
work.
to Finn coming back up too.
oh yeah, shout out to him.
That
Whatever.
happened.
Whatever.
Don't do that.
It was a good weekend wrestling. Like couple things. Like for instance, like I said, Andrade has a chance to blow up. Everything is there for him to win. By the way, Mrblacc,
which I hate the name,
and Cody is like the biggest thing going on.
2 weeks from now, they'll be.
They promoted their match 2 weeks.
I thought it was a title match. To be honest, I was so
Yo,
confused.
that's how they promoted. My bad.
I was so lost.
I was just like, yo, this is huge.
Because they had, and that's why I felt like it was fucked up that they did that, because it was like one promo was Rusev talking about him having a challenger next week in Charlotte for the TNT title, and then the promo right after that was the whole Aleister Black, Cody shit, and they made it such a big title feel that there was no title involved, and it was like, oh, this is going to be premiered for Jacksonville for Homecoming, and I was just like, what? You just gave me Rusev. That can we focus on that?
It was just weird, because I was like, yo, damn, they're really pushing
has
this.
no person to fight.
And whose fault is that?
No, because it's a surprise. He has open challenge. He fights anybody.
I hate that TNT open challenge. I want a feud. Put a feud together. That's
Yes.
lazy booking on both parts. When companies do that, that's lazy booking.
I love when Jim Cornette says lazy booking. That shit
It's
is
really lazy
hilarious
booking when
to
you
me.
do that open challenge thing, and it like I said before, they have a ridiculous. Oh, before we gotta go. Nick Cage.
Oh yeah.
Nick Gage. Nick Cage. Nick Gage coming on fucking appearing on the thing.
But I told you that I fucking popped.
Shout to Dark Side of the
But
Ring.
see, but then they kind of lost me with Jericho, and then the whole Painmaker thing, and I was just like, oh, Jericho.
What's wrong with that?
But okay, so it's like it feels like we're gonna get the 5 faces of Chris Jericho throughout these 5 matches that he's about to go through.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, I
So
like
which
that.
is okay, but the Painmaker thing, because it was a New Japan thing, it never was my like smooch, but
But he's
whatever.
supposed to be like, it's supposed to be more hardcore.
But it's just like, how much hardcore are you gonna be with Nick fucking Gage?
Who's
though?
about him?
It's wild.
Nick Gage, and coming out, I popped.
I popped.
Because I saw it online. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
We
Oh my
were
God.
watching it.
And-
So me and Mikey did an experiment. So last week's Dynamite, we were super duper hot. Like we were fucked up, but we enjoyed it so much. It was great. So this week we were like, all right, we're gonna cook. We're gonna be sober. We're gonna be cool. So it was just
What
like,
you
all
cooked?
right, cool. I had cooked pasta last night. So we watched, and I'm cooking. I just got home. I'm cooking, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I hear MJF talking, and I'm just like, all right, what's he talking about? And then he's listing all the details. But I told you, the moment he said bank rob, I said, holy shit, they got Nick Gage. I said, how did that conversation happen? Holy shit.
Hey, you want money? Sure.
And then that's a fact.
He's a simple man.
Oh, he's from Jersey. He's super simple.
Super simple.
You want
Yo,
some
he's
money?
actually
Okay.
he's actually supposed to be at the Wrestling Universe tomorrow. So I low-key want to go and meet him.
Oh wow.
I'm tight because fucking Ron Simmons' ass is Saturday and I work. I'm so pissed.
Dang
But
it.
anyway, thank you guys for listening.
Man, that was a good
This week
episode.
we are once again 1 week away from Jobber Slam. So make sure if you have not already
Jobber
gotten
Slam.
information on the show, you can message us, you can DM us, you can talk to us, let us know. We're looking forward to it. It's gonna be that barbecue that y'all thought y'all had the first year we did the podcast. This is it 10 times more. So
Yo, like half the people that picture we don't even talk to.
Wow.
it's hilarious.
Dang, majority of those
Transformations.
people.
Transformations
Look,
are
no,
crazy.
like I could never post that picture. That sucks though.
Yo, you know it's crazy what popped up in my. This is how Facebook be fucking with people. So it was 2-3 years ago. The whole feud you guys
Yes,
did.
it popped up too. Yeah. I
It
can't
popped
post
up,
that.
and I was like, "Oh
can't
man,
post that.
these are the times."
Yes.
In my Drew Hill voice.
Yo, I literally have a folder of pictures I can't use.
Oh man, bendito.
Yeah.
But Jobber Sam, we have once again to be there. Doors open at 6. Bell times at 6:30. Where the first match is the match one of the matches you don't want to miss is going to be Casey Navarro, newly signed to MLW. So congratulations to Casey versus Saeed, and then we have the Fallout Shelter going 1-on-1. So we're excited about that. So if you guys are looking to wrestle, if you're looking for a wrestling home or wrestling school, please contact Joaquin Morales for the Fallout Shelter. And then we have for the Pan African Diaspora Championship, we have Trevor what's his name? Trevor Avon versus Trisha Dora. And then we have what else? We have a fatal 4-way tag team match where we have the Grit representing the good old Jobbertears South. Super excited for our boys to come up versus the Rep, Dave and Nate. I miss you guys. I'm so excited to see you guys. Then we have Grim and one of his proteges from CCW. And then we have the returning of
Yaya?
New York Wrecking Crew.
And Yaya.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
And then, so that's the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. And then we have what rumblings of a new signee to Impact, Miss Savannah Evans, versus Darius Carter for her PWX Pure title. Mm-hmm. And then we have your boy, our little brother,
big time,
Yaya versus
Ya.
O'Shea Edwards representing Shane Taylor Promotions. And then we have the Battle Club Pro franchise champion Mick Drake versus Mysterious Q, coming out of Texas. Mm-hmm. That good old Southern style black man in a mask, which I think is super dope. Mm-hmm. He's super talented, super up and coming, so we're super excited to have him on the card. And then we have for the Battle Club Pro Tag Team Champions, third time's a charm. Let's see. We got main event versus the Sea Stars, and then we have, of course, Prolific versus Shane Taylor Promotions. So we're super, by far, one of my favorites to see, because it's a family thing. So I'm super glad and super happy for the boys. And then we have rounding out the main event, which is Tasha Steelz versus Big Swole for the Icons title. So once again, July 31st is going to be a date you do not want to miss. So please come out. Once again, if you're unable to, it will be on Title Match Network 2 weeks after the show, and we will be posting that. We may even do a little viewing party before SummerSlam or before NXT TakeOver that weekend, so guys can actually see the show and we can enjoy it in its full picture viewing. Next week we have
Jobberslam?
Yeah, next week we have Jobberslam.
No, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it collectively again.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. There's going to be things because we're going to be all over the place you're not going to see. Or you're not going to be in tune to the match. So,
so we're gonna have
it'll be dope, too. Yeah, we talked about that. So, yeah, so we'll probably do that sometime in August. But once again, next week's show will be...
check out my review show the week after Jobberslam with the Special Ed crew. Shout out to us. We're going to do it tonight. Listen, all three of us was in Special Ed. We embracing it. So just like how that certain words getting taken back by certain groups, we taking it back. You know, there'll be the shout out to the Special Ed crew, which me and Dirty Hills. We're gonna reviewing the show, and if y'all guys are coming, y'all know y'all better come with some smoke because my team gonna have the place rock.
All right. So, any last words before we go?
No. Before we go, thank you for everybody that's been supporting the Jobbertears over the past almost 3 years, going on 4 years. Ooh. Thank you so much for that. We're on our way to our 200 episodes. Really appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that has purchased a sponsorship, or sponsorship ticket. Yeah. For the show that's coming up on July 31st. Really appreciate everybody's support. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Janelle for taking the things by the reins, being captain on this, captain events. But we still got a lot more to do. We really appreciate everybody that's been listening to us for all this time and dealing with us. The blow-ups, the blow-downs. Shout out to Gotham Podcast Studio.
Absolutely.
Because they seen us blow up. I remember...
The beginning when because I told him, I said, listen, our first year, I was like, listen, if we're going to try to be this Breakfast Club and shit like that, our audio got to step our game up. So I told him, I was like, we got to find a studio. Like this ain't hitting, bro. This ain't it. So then he did his research. And then luckily the blessings that Gotham at the time was in Lower Manhattan. And we were just like, it was better for me, but it wasn't better for the boys. And then they moved to Midtown, and this has been home since then.
The official home of Jobbertears podcast. No, I'm like, sorry.
Jobbertears Network.
The official home of the Jobbertears. Yo, we just started with the three of us. Now we got a network.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all niggas can suck my dick.
Wow. And on that note, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. #Black Excellence. #We are out.
This is the fastest that we logged on. I'm keeping this in.
I was over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.